Oh, wow. I'm just sitting here, like, staring off into space. Hey, what's up, everybody? John from the 978 Half-Ass Gaming World Headquarters. Gonna throw it down. No, we're going into turn 6. It's stream number 5 for SJW2, but the first one had 2 turns in it, so we're going to turn 6, which is a supply turn. Indeed. Got a really good game going on here. Last turn was friggin' off the hook. Let me drink some domestic swill. No Pepsi tonight. I don't drink that much beer anymore, but do love a beer once in a while. All right, so anyways, let's review. So it was a tale of 2 cores last turn 5 for the Rebels. Evening Haley 974. And it was crazy because Longstreet attacked. Longstreet had favorable attacks trying to attack into the Union. You can see it up on the screen right there. Didn't go well. Bad rolling. It just didn't go well. They, as you can see, before I hit the recover button, it seemed like almost all my units were maxed out to 4 fatigue. I probably would have went to 5 fatigue if it was allowed. So I did a subsequent recovery. That's why you see them exhausted with the green. So I don't know if you tuned in last time for turn 5, but it was a disaster for Longstreet. And then we moved over to Jackson's Corps. It really looked bleak, man. It really looked bleak, but Jackson was able to do what I want to call, they did a flank attack on, who was it, Siegel's guys, and knocked them for a loop. Now, I had numerous errors in this. Not necessarily, I don't want to use the word errors in Jackson's attack. The things that I forgot. Let's start with minute 59. Steinware activates, but I didn't say march in place. The whole deal was he wanted to activate and draw Siegel up to the stack, so I'm using the word march in place. That's what he did. 1 hour and 1 minute. By the way, I put this as a notation in the comments section. Yule and Tally, Fatigue 3, failed to roll EMs because I was so in the mindset of what the hell I'm going to do with these guys. I realized this later in the video and retroactively rolled for them. So they both passed their EM rolls. So, yeah, I did it later on when I realized what I had done. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Now, this is kind of key right here. Tally does not... I said he had 1 movement after his attack on Shirts. He did not. Tally did not, because he used his last movement point to do a hasty attack on Shirts. However, I declined to do the advance after he won the attack, and come to find out that the advance after combat would have been beneficial to maintain and keep the flank at a 2. Now, I had originally called the flank a +3, but the GCACW elders took a look at it and said no, it wasn't a 3 flank, it was a 2 flank. However, luckily for me, consulting the chart, the results were exactly the same. So again, Steinware activates and marches in place. Yule and Tally, I didn't do their EMs when I should have. So I did them after the fact in the video. They passed both EM rolls. And then Tally does not have an extra point after his attack on Shirts, but he does have an advance after combat, which turns out to even be better based on the terrain. Flank intact, and 1 minute 15. Oh yeah, the assault only nets a +6 instead of +7 due to flank only being 2. Results exactly the same. Okay, so the whole Jackson episode was really clunky, but it turns out it was the effects were minimal. All right, so we're gonna let me get rid of that notation and turn my phone off, and we can get into turn 6 because there is something to learn. If you're new to the system, I just taught to somebody in a face-to-face game the other day, but what we have to deal with is supply here. It's supply, and it's a good thing to know if you play SJW2, the whole supply situation. So, and we do have a reinforcement, but let's take it from the top. We got to deal with random events, and let me get in here. Okay, one moment. See, I got 2 people watching. What's up, everybody? This is going to be, this turn will not last as long as last turn because the rebels really need to refresh themselves, and you'll just see it shouldn't be a long turn whatsoever because they maxed everybody out to fatigue 4. They've got to replenish their energy and fats. All right, here we go. So let me minimize this. And let me minimize it again. And let's go ahead. We'll go back up one. So let's go ahead and hit the advanced game sequence of play. Random events. Yes, the rebels would love to see rain turn right here. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and roll 2 die. Again, turn 6. And they roll a 6, which is delay reinforcements union, and that is going to have an effect on the game because as you see here, the Union were due reinforcements, Heinzelman and Kearney, so I'm going to take those guys and simply put them back here, 1 hex. So that was delay reinforcements union. Okay, moving right along. Reinforcement phase. Well, they just got delayed. Leader transfer phase for the Union. Okay, let's take a look at this situation. This is where I got to move out. I'm really thirsty tonight. I got a dry mouth. All right. I might have to do this again because I need to see everything. So, let's do the easy thing. Porter and Reynolds. Let me move over to their situation where you can see all their guys. I can go back up 1. So you see them coming in on Longstreet's right flank. And so where would Porter want to be? Well, Sykes already has 1 fatigue and he's exhausted. So we're not going to move Porter back down to expedite his movement. What we will do is we're going to put Porter on Reynolds. And that would make Morrell and Griffin are still in his combat command radius. So why not? We'll put on the most powerful guy. That will lead to some Union shenanigans in blue coming up later. Okay, so what do we got now? We got Reno and Stevens, and Ferraro's still dicked up. So we're going to move Reno over to Stevens. That's a no-brainer. And now we've got Banks right here under Pope, and so Banks and Pope over to Green. That's a no-brainer. You're taking them off units that are compromised and putting them on your better units, so you can do something with them. Okay, so that's going to do it for this area right here. Good, nice leader transfers here. And let's go over to this situation right over here. So Siegel, he got all beat to hell. He's going to keep his guys right there. Probably isn't going to do a damn thing. But we want to look at McDowell and Ricketts and King. King had to... obviously, you see that his EM roll did not go well, and McDowell's going to stay on Ricketts right there. So now let's go ahead and do the rebel leader transfer. I worked a long day today. Yeah, so what are we going to do? Jackson is going to indeed stay on AP Hill. Okay, and back down to Longstreet and Stewart. And Longstreet and Stewart. Yeah. Longstreet and Stewart. All right, let's take a look at that. Longstreet, you just want to lay low, man, and get back to being fresh. But I would say probably Longstreet and Lee, you want to go over to Anderson. You're three. Let's do that. Let's go over that. He's fresh and he can probably deal with whatever the union's got in store for him. And Stewart, yeah, you're where you need to be. Okay, leader transfers are done. Let's go back to the sequence of play, shall we? And supply line phase. Okay, let's go deal with supply. Sure. Everybody wants to know how to deal with the supply for turn 6. Well, it's not that hard, but let me explain the union supply first, right off the bat. Basically, is the union in a county where there is a depot? Not at this time. If you go back to what is this, Prince William County? Yeah, Prince William does have the Manassas Junction depot, but most of these guys are not in Prince William County. They're in Fauquier. So how does all these Union guys in Fauquier obtain supply? Good question. Well, what it basically comes down to, let me give you the gist of it. If there is a railroad station in the county that is uninterrupted all the way to the eastern side of the map, basically, and there's no union, there's no destroyed railroad stations in between, that county has supply Fauquier, okay? And basically, it doesn't even matter if the Rebs are on the railroad as long as they haven't blown up a station. And as you can see right here, Catlets fits the bill. It's a railroad station that is in Fauquier County, and it fits the bill, so it provides supply for everybody in Fauquier County except the rebels. Okay, so let's check this out. Now, you get a couple of guys in Stafford, Sykes and Morrell. However, what else is in Stafford County? Well, you have Aquia Station, which does have a depot. So those two characters are in, they're going to be in supply. And then you have some guys off to the right here that, did I forget to move these guys? Ugh, where are they? Wait a minute, where are they? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I'm playing two different games, and that's why they're not there. In my other game, my face-to-face game, they're there. Well, if they were in Fairfax County, Fairfax does have a depot at Whipple where it says turn 8 right there. So if they were there, I got confused momentarily with my other game, which is a couple of turns ahead of this one. All right, Cool in the Gang. Let me slide this bar back over. But there is one unit that may have an issue. And that unit, maybe two units, is Siegel's crew. These two guys down here, all right, and also up here, Shirts. Okay, and they're in, what county are they in? They are in Culpeper. One's actually in Culpeper, and the other one is in Rappahannock County. And Rappahannock County does not, neither one of those have depots for the Union. Okay, so I think these guys are out of supply. Let's give them an out of supply marker. Usually the Union is going to stay in supply, but not this time. Not these three guys. They're going to be out of supply. All right. And this one way up here, Shirts. Manpower, supply and ammo, out of supply. Okay, so let's review the Union. The Union, everybody's in supply except for Siegel's guys. Yeah, that would be the case. Now let's talk about the rebels. 1 second. Okay. So basically the rebels have a list of 5 counties that they need to be in. And if they're in them, they're automatically in supply. Basically, the only one that matters is Culpeper. Here's Culpeper, and here's the extent of Culpeper County. And basically, the Rebs are just outside, or they're in Fauquier. So, And the other ones are Spotsylvania down. They tend to be down here. Spotsylvania, Carolyn, and Orange, and also all the way over to the left, Madison. They're not in any of those counties. They're not in Culpeper, so they're out of supply. Or they could be on an unoccupied Union depot. That they could also draw supply like that, but that's not the case. There's another way, and this is how it's going to work for them. But let me go ahead and put all these rebs out of supply. It's going to be all of them, too. So I'm just going to do this and hit that. And hit the supply, out of supply button. So that's basically Longstreet's boys that I just put out of supply. And now I'm going to do the same thing for Jackson's crew. Out of supply. And also 2nd VA. Out of supply. Okay, that was quick. So how do you get them back in supply? Well, what happens is right before, at the end of the turn, right before recovery, you're going to forage, okay? And based on every county has a number. And for instance, Fauquier, we know it's 4 for both the Union and the Rebels, okay? So what you do is you roll a die, let's say, and also, more importantly, it's only for units that have no fatigue, fatigue 1 or fatigue 2. If you're a unit trying to forage, you got fatigue 3 or higher, you're not eligible. So let's take someone has like, let's say Yule doesn't move here. He stays at green, all right? And he rolls a 2 for his forage roll. That would add up to 3. Is it 4 or less for Fauquier? Yes, he regains supply, okay? So what happens is basically these these rebel units are going to go through this turn unaffected by supply. But when the recovery button hits, all of them that are not already disorganized will disorg. And they won't be able to recover from disorg, no matter what their fatigue is, until they get their supply back. And another little nasty tidbit for supply, being out of supply, is that it also adds 1 to your EM rolls. Okay? And if the next supply turn comes around and you're still out of supply, at that point you lose a manpower. So having said that, let's go forth and we'll actually do it. So let's go ahead and go right back to the advanced game action cycle phase, because nobody's doing an attachment. All right, so we'll get right on that in 2 seconds. Nobody's watching, but like I said, I get all my views after the fact on YouTube. All right. One other thing that I got to talk about, and I'm so glad that I didn't forget it. Let's look at the track. All right. Let's look at the track. And this is where we stand right here. The Rebels have. Oh, I didn't update it. I did not update it. I wrote it down because I had to go check it out. Right now, the Rebs have 12 victory points. Let me make that happen. Okay, and the Union have 8 killed in action. I got that right, and the Rebs have 5. Okay, so again, 12 victory points. And just as something to compare it to, the Rebs need like 75 points to get a minimal victory here, okay? So that's what they need, and they got 12 right now. But where did 5 of those come from? 5 of those came from Union panic. The Rebs had the Union had a Union panic. Oh, by the way, let me get right on that right now, because I believe I almost forgot to make the change. When Union panic occurs, I think McClellan comes in for Pope. And I know, and here's something really important. From the moment of Union panic, for the rest of last turn and the entirety of this turn, the Union, all attacks are going to be a -1 for the Union. Okay, that's why. But lucky for them, the Rebs are really in they're basically in no shape to attack anything. But you never know. Let's see. I almost forgot that I gotta change. I think it's McClellan for Pope, but damn it, I can't find a damn thing right here. Ugh, where is the I got the wrong book. That's why. I never find it in that book. All right, I'm trying to get the scenario notes. Bear with me. Bear with me. I got to put another light on momentarily. It'll go back off. All right, so what are the scenario notes for this? Come on, man. Get it together. Get it together, John. Get it together. Supply. All right, here it is. Union panic. Union panic. For each blah 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 blah. Okay, I know it's 5 points. Okay, but what happens when it happens? Maybe it's on the other next page. Union panic. Nope, it's got to be back here. Okay, one moment. We'll find it. Dude, this is unbelievable. I can't find the damn thing. Blah, 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 blah. No, okay. Union movement restrictions. That's not it. Union panic. Where the F is it? Ugh. God, it's like... You try to find some lickety-split, you find it. But damn it, if you're filming a video and people are going to watch it, then all of a sudden you can't find shit. I do apologize for being unprepared. This is something that I don't know why it's so damn hard to find right now. Why am I not finding this? God damn it, why can't I find this? Union panic. Oh, hold on. Hold on. It's not in the conditions. Let's go back here if that's the way they want to play it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so... Hold on. All right. One moment. Union panic, page 53. How Union panic occurs, we know. For the remainder of the current turn, as well as the entire following turn, the Union player suffers the following penalties. Subtracts 1 for his combat rolls. His units may not force march. Good to know. As the start of second turn, following turn, which blah, 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 blah. Remove Pope from the game. Place McClellan in the hex vacated by Pope. For the rest of the game, Army of Virginia units reporting are treated as Army of the Potomac. Good to know. All right. Okay. So the extended marches are all the same for the Union, and McClellan goes on. We gotta pull him out of here. Let's turn that obnoxious light off. All right, solid. One moment. Let's get McClellan so he can be all cautious. McClellan, you're gonna be all cautious. Sure. All right. Get rid of that and move him down. All right, McClellan, let's go for a ride. You going down here to replace Pope. Okay, Pope. Even though it really wasn't in your area, there's a panic. You're out of here. McClellan, again, the Union is -1 on all attacks for this turn coming up, turn 6. And all EM rolls are the same from here on out for the Union, which is slightly better. All right. And by the way, notice wasn't Pope a 3 for his role? No, Pope was a 4. He was a 4 for his command. Okay, I thought that might have been an improvement as well. All right, so we're all set to roll the initial init of the game. And let's see what the feed looks like. Anybody watching? No, we got nobody watching at 24 minutes. And here we go for the initial init of the game. And it belongs to the Rebels. They're not going to do much here because they're exhausted. They're out of it. They're exhausted. What to do? Let me move out one. They want to not be attacked, that's for sure. And they have one fresh unit in Anderson. What to do? And they got Porter bearing down on their right flank, so that is problematic. What to do? What to do? Porter's a 13, so he could definitely do some damage here on Kemper. You would think. Yeah. So what they could do, but they do have that modifier for this turn 6. They do have a modifier, but here's what they don't want to do. Here's what Longstreet's crew does not want to do. They don't want to move. Why is that? Because a lot of them are disorganized, okay? They're out of supply. Okay, that's another reason why they don't want to move. I think as much as they don't want to, I think they should just hunker down to work on their supply situation and work on their disorganization situation and they could be fresh next turn. Now obviously they may come under attack here, so they've got to hunker down and be ready to fight. But I think they're in a good situation. So what they're going to do, this may be a short turn. This may be a short turn for sure. They're not going to do anything offensive. They're just going to weather the storm and get healthy. Let's go back up to Jackson and see what his story is, because they were 4s as well. And again, he has a supply situation, but I can't find a damn. Where the hell are they? Hold on. Oh, they're over here. All right, so they got this situation with McDowell. And remember, if they do attack, they get a +1. That's kind of huge. Okay, and they do... Wow. Wow, what to do here? What to do here? The road network doesn't really work for them. But they could attack. They could attack. Ugh. It really doesn't work for them. Oh, wow. 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 What are they? They could be a 31. 31 doesn't really do it. They could attack King and send him for a loop. Again, but if they don't attack, they're going to be fresh next turn, right? But you're going to waste that. You're going to waste that one modifier if you just sit here and don't do a goddamn thing. Tell you what, Jackson's going to activate AP Hill. He's going to activate AP Hill. All right. He goes to 2. And they min-move their asses right up here on top of Tally. Okay, so that's the way they're going to play it. Now, King is going to come under attack if the Rebels win this init. And here it is. And they do win the init with a 1-5. They follow up on 1-3 with a 1-5. And they can do an assault. Jackson activates. Don't think you're going to go too far next turn, Jackson. This better be worth it. He goes to orange. Here's his command roll. He rolls a 5, which barely cuts it. And now he's going to roll the... Oh, he can't do a grand assault. Okay, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The only way that this assault would not go through is if he rolled a 6. But he rolls a 5, and if you look at Jackson, his number is a 7. So both of these guys can partake in the assault. Now the thing is, Longstreet's a 6. Had this been Longstreet, only one of the 2 units could have participated in the assault. Here, where's Longstreet? I'll show you. There he is. He's a 6. Okay, Jackson's a 7, so both of those guys can go in on this assault. They barely make it happen, but it's going to happen. So what you have here is 17 and 14 is 31 to 12. 12 goes into 31 twice. So let's start typing shit. Okay, well, here it is. It's assault. Whoa, 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 whoa. Assault +1. Jackson bonus +1. Hope it's going to be worth it. +1. Ratio +1. And I'm just going to put UP for Union Panic +1. And what do we have for? What do we have for? We have 8-4 on artillery. I think it's going to be nothing. I think that's going to be nothing. So it's enrolling +4. Yeah, that's nothing. 2-4. So there's nothing for artillery. And the last thing is going to be tactical. Tactical +2. That's going to do it. And that's an awful lot right there. Because you have assault, Jackson bonus. Ratio is a 3. Hold on. Let me do this non-capitalized. I want. Oh my God. You just blew it. Let me get that back in there. Spell it right. Ratio +1. Right? All right. So there is really anal about my typing. Assault +1, Jackson bonus 2, ratio is 3, Union Panic is 4, and tacticals +2. This is rebels +6. Okay, Reno. No, Rebs +6. Now remember, last turn, Longstreet had a +6 and it blew up in their face. Hopefully it doesn't happen right now. By the way, the Union's the first of 2 numbers. They had to take advantage of that Union Panic roll. Here it is. It's 6-6, so the +6 holds. And that's going to be, we'll see what happens here. It should be good. So on now the Union is a 12 on a 6. That's not going to be good for them. That's a 3DR, dude. And that is italicized. That would have been Union Panic. But you can't have 2 Union Panics. That's fantastic. And the Rebs have 31 on a +6. 31 on a +6 is 1A. So they're actually going to lose a guy. 1A. Great attack. All right. So what we're going to do right here is... King is going to get blasted. Okay, so he's going to pick up 3 fatigue. They took advantage of attacking him while he was disorganized. He's going to lose 3 manpower, decrease manpower, and decrease manpower. He's going to pick up a demoralized. And now he has to move 4 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And will Jackson advance? Hell, I think they'll both advance. They'll both advance to right there. They'll both advance. Absolutely. Somebody's got to lose 1 manpower. That's going to be AP Hill. Fatigue. By the way, wait a minute. Manpower decrease. Oh, by the way, Tally. Yeah, Tally needs to spend another fatigue here. Yeah, because they were both on yellow. They were both on yellow, and Jackson moved up 1. And that's why one of them jumped on top of the other one, and that's why Jackson's a yellow, an orange. But Tally is definitely a yellow. All right. That's legit. All right. So let's go look at this. Now, we got to go to the track, and I think they're going to lose, not that track, this track. So I think they get 2 because he was a 12, they're going to get 2 victory points for the route, for that particular route. And it's going to be 3 dead Union guys. That's amazing. Are they at 18 right now? They're at 18. They're just losing guys left and right. So 18, they're going to go to 21. 21 dead Union guys. That's friggin' incredible. 1, 2, 3. But you got to figure they had 2, 3 DRs in the last turn. That's 6 right there. All right. Oh, and you got to put a dead rebel, man. You got to put a dead rebel up there. So they're at 6. So it's just in dead guys. It's 21 to 6. All right, fantastico. Knit die roll. It's 3-2, belongs to the Union. What are they gonna do? McDowell, do you want to back out? Yeah, McDowell's gonna. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna get to the other side of this creek. Fatigue 1, and he's got a fatigue to burn. 1 die plus 1. It's 4. It's 5. So that's 2, 3. Gets him to the other side of that creek. He should be safe. He doesn't have to worry about big bad Jackson coming after him. All right, a knit die roll, 2 die. 3-4 belongs to the Rebs. Now they're obviously done. Now what else did we learn from this attack right here? Well, one thing we know from the attack, it was a successful attack, but who is not eligible to forage? That would be AP Hill, because now he's fatigued 3. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. Let's go ahead and see if anybody's watching. Got anybody in here? No! It's going to be a short evening. All right, fantastic. So let's get back to it. So wait a minute. Okay, the Rebs win the init. I think Jackson and crew are done. They're Dunsky. They're done. Let's go a second VA. I tell you what, let's not even move them. It's not even all that important that he moves. Let him sit right there and try to get when some of these forage rolls. Let's move down here. It's Rebel and Knit. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Again, they're just going to sit tight, man. They're going to sit tight. They got forage rolls to do, and they got disorganization to beat. Now, if any shit goes down, Anderson can respawn. What about Evans? Oh, he's right there. He has no fatigue. The Rebels are going to pass. Interesting. So what to do? What are we going to do right here? What are we going to do, Union? Well, the Union's going to move in on their right flank for sure, because you have up here, you got green. I actually need to minimize right here to see how I'm going to play this off. Sykes, we're not even worried about him. He's way back here. Don't even move him. He'll be fresh next turn. All right, so... Well, they're going to tighten the screw, so Porter's going to activate all these guys. Let's go ahead. Let's activate them. Fatigue 1. Movement. 1 die. Plus 1. They only get to go 2. All right. Griffin goes... Wait a minute. Griffin goes here. Morrill moves up. 1, 2... And it's like, Jackson, you can retreat. Stewart, you can retreat. And he's like, F off. I'm not retreating. All right, solid. But Porter gets to move. And he's like 1, 2. I have no points left. What are you going to do, Stewart? Stewart's like, ugh. Well, I'm going to have to move at some point, but not right now. A knit die roll, 2 die. It's 5-5. It belongs to the Rebs. And Stewart's actually going to... He's gonna move out here on his own. Fatigue 1. Why do cow retreats when you can move? Who's he going to get on? Is he... yeah, who's he go to? That's the thing. I mean, Anderson can handle himself. Yeah, think about this. They're going to go back 1 hex to right there. Just 1 hex. All right, cool. Net die roll to die. Belongs to the Union. What do you want to do, Union? What do you want to do? Well, let's look at their defensive position. This guy's good place. He's in a damn good place. He's in a good place. And he's in a good place. Okay, fine. Now remember, Union, you're -1 on any attack or defensive roll, so don't make any stupid attacks here. For reals. Don't make any stupid attacks is for real. Yeah. So, what to do? Are we going to make any attacks? Do we want to make any attacks on? We don't sure as hell don't want to attack Anderson. Yeah, I feel you. Well, we can collapse Stewart's side, though. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? We could do that. We could collapse him down. All right. Fine. Let's go ahead and do you really want to do that? Let's advance them all one more time. But not Morrill. We won't advance Morrill. Just Reynolds and Griffin. Fatigue 1. Put another fatigue. Actually, it's fatigue 2. Just those two guys. All right. And what's their movement? Here it is. It's 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay. Oh, they could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you really want to do that? No, just do this shit. That's 3. I got 2 left. What do you want to do, Stewart? Stewart's like, F you, I'm going to stay right there. All right, cool. I'm not attacking. Then Porter comes down. He's like, there's 3. I've got 2 left for a normal. What do you want to do? They're going to contemplate that for just a second. One moment. So what do I got? I got a 4 with 2 artillery. You've got a 13. 13 goes into 4 goes into 13. What is it? 3 times? That'd be a ratio of 2. It would be you'd get a 2, and the tactical's the same, and like Stewart's like, screw it, dude, I'm gonna sit right here, and Porter's gonna like, you know what, no big deal, you do that. And it died. He's not going to attack. And it die roll. Because remember, you got a Union panic -1. Why bother? And it die roll. It's 5-3 Union. So what is McClellan going to do? Is this second corps right here? Yeah. What are you going to do, McClellan? Well, considering... What are you going to do? McClellan's going to hold tight is what he's going to do. He's going to hold tight right there. Or does he want to come down with one with 9 guys? I think he's going to hold tight. You know, McClellan, you know, he probably thinks Lee's got 1 billion guys over there. McClellan's just going to chill out. He's not going to do anything. Yeah, he wants his crew to be full strength as well, apparently. All right, let's zoom out. Let's see if the Union has anything they want to do. Union, anything? Anything, Union? Anything? You don't want to move Sykes because he could lose manpower, and we are not down with that. Not at all. We would have begun reinforcements, but we rolled delay Union reinforcements. So I think what you basically have is you have an old-fashioned, let's get through this turn and get our friggin' supplies and resting in order. Let's go back up here. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we got Bayard. Bayard at 6 New York. Absolutely. Let's move them. Those guys they'd be like really good to. What I'm going to do, I'm going to activate 6 New York. Fatigue, increase, 2 die. So he gets a 6. 1, 2, 3. 6. And a die roll, 2 die. 2-2 belongs to the Rebs. What are you going to do, Rebs? Well, they're like, we're going to sit our asses right here and wait for next turn. All right, they pass to the Union, and the Union goes, all right, 6 New York goes to 2. Min moves right here to Purnell, and we'll chill right there. A knit die roll, 2 die. 4-6 belongs to the Rebs. The Rebs are in chill mode. They're not doing anything, and why would they? They don't move. They're working on disorg. They're working on their supply. Don't even move, and you're not. The Union doesn't have it in them to attack you, especially with McClellan now. All right, so they don't have it. They pass to the Union. The Union's going to bring Bayard down, and that's a really good move. Activate Bayard, fatigue, increase. And he's going to come right down to Elk Run, 2 die. It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they do get into Elk Run. All right. So a knit die roll, 2 die. It belongs to the Rebs. Let's pan out quite a bit. Do we have any? So that's what you have for the Union. They're sitting lined up in good defensive positions behind these waterways in front of Longstreet, and then Porter's coming over, and Sykes will get over there eventually. And then also next turn we do have 4 units coming in. No, we have 3. We have Kearney, Hooker, and Piatt coming in next turn. So the Union continues to get more guys. So that's the situation right there. Longstreet's going to be ready to fight next turn, but so will the Union. All right, everybody's going to be fresh. And then back over here, Siegel isn't doing squat. They're looking to be rebuilt. Ewell is chilling, but Jackson and them, they did a fight, and it was successful, very successful. And that's the situation. I think we're going to have dueling passes. I think everybody's going to pass right now, indeed. Everybody's going to pass. So let's go to the end of the turn, and it's recovery phase. But before you hit that button, we've got to do foraging. And what county is friggin' 2nd VA? They're in Fauquier as well, right? Indeed they are. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. So before you hit the recovery button, you do this shit. So the number is 4. 2nd VA has no fatigue, so on a 4 or less, they get their supply back. He rolls a 1. Supply is back. Okay, that tag comes off. The next we look at Jackson, and we look AP Hill and Tally. Well, AP Hill is a fatigue 3. He's ineligible. So we go Tally. He's got 2 fatigues. So a 4 or better. He's got to roll a 1 or a 2. Here's his roll. He rolls a 4. Nope, still out of supply, my man. And then they go down to Ewell, who's a 1. He needs a 1, 2, or a 3 to regain supply. He gets a 5. Sorry, you're still out of supply. All right. Let's go back down to these dudes over here. Now, this is one of the reasons why they stayed inactive. Let's go from the top. Wilcox, you need a 1, 2, or a 3. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, what county are they in? Are they in Fauquier as well? They may be. Yeah, they are. They're in Fauquier County. All right. So let's go ahead and try this again. Wilcox, 1, 2, or a 3. 4, no die. Hood, 1, 2, or a 3. 1. A Hood gets his supply back. All right, good job. DR Jones, 1, 2, or a 3. 5. Kemper, 1, 2, or a 3. He gets a 3. Kemper gets a supply back. All right. Moving right along. Anderson. 1. Well, he has no fatigue. 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's a 4. Good thing, because he needed that 4. He gets a supply back. Good job, Anderson. And out of Stewart's crew, first one is Robertson. 1, 2, or a 3. He gets it. Manpower, supply. So they're rolling pretty well. And F. Lee, 1, 2, or a 3. 4, no die. And the last one's Evans, 1, 2, or a 3. 5. So it looks like kind of sort of like half the guys regain their supply. DR Jones not getting it is huge, but Anderson getting it is huge. But either way, these guys are. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the thing: the guys that are out of supply and disorganized, they won't have their disorganization fixed for next turn. Yeah, that's a bummer. Like Hood will, Kemper will. Anderson wasn't disorganized. Yeah. So now we got to do the 2 Union units or the 3 Union units. Let's minimize. We're almost done with this turn, actually, which saw only 1 attack. And then we're going to talk strategy. Where are these guys? Okay, here it is. Shirts. I got to minimize. I don't know where the hell anybody is. Where is... there's Siegel right there. So, he's in... What county is he in? Is he in Rappahannock County? Or is that... No, he's in Culpeper. Let's see what Culpeper is for the Union. It's actually only 3 for the Union. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he's in... That's definitely Culpeper County. No doubt. Okay, so they only get 3. So here it is. A 1 or a 2 for Schneck. He does pass. Good job. And then comes Milroy. 1, 2, or a 3. No. Milroy does not pass. And then the last one for the Union is Shirts. 1 or a 2. Oh, wait a minute. He's not in Culpeper. He's in Rappahannock County. How'd you get over there, man? Okay, hold on. Rappahannock County. It's a 3 as well. So he needs a 1 or a 2. No die, bro. You got to get back to Union lines. Oh, 1 out of the 3 managed to pass. All right, let's look at the big picture, talk strategy. But we're not done here. We have to... What else needs to be done for game sequence? Recovery, turn indication, and let me just make sure that that's been done. So, I haven't done recovery. Go do recovery. Do recovery. All right, let's recover. Now watch these guys. Watch Hood and Wilcox. You notice one of them will not, the disorganization will only go away on one of them. Okay, notice that? See Hood? Because he forged back into supply, his disorganization went away. Wilcox. The system's pretty smart like that. It's a pretty good system. I like it. Okay, so you see like Kemper, he passes supply. Anderson was never disorg, so you can't really go by. DR Jones and them and Evans, they didn't pass, so they stay disorganized. Okay. Look at the Union. They really benefited from that as well. All right, so that's where we have it. It will now register. By the way, this is turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming up of 15, but I'm not playing it tonight. I only turned on because I knew it was going to be a really short night on this. Let's talk a little strategy before I get out of here. All right. Strategy. Let's start some strategy. Let's look at the big picture. Oh, hold on. Didn't mean to hit that. So the big picture is this. I like to keep the 2 cores separate. What 2 cores are you talking about? I'm talking about Jackson and Longstreet. I like to keep those cores separate. However, in this situation, I think Longstreet is in a big pickle right here. I think the Union is ganged up on him pretty well. They've got him in a box, so to speak, that I think Jackson may have to rush southeast, come down, and attack these guys from behind. Because he pretty much beat up on King. Yeah, I think Jackson may have to run down here and break this vice open from the backside. I think that might be what needs to happen. I don't think Longstreet can escape this and take off being all mobile. I don't think he can have a mobile getaway out of here. The Union's got him pretty well enveloped, and there's just more guys showing up every turn. So I think he's going to need help. I think Jackson's going to have to haul ass southeast and come hit these guys from behind. And the Union, they're not stupid. If they see that happening, okay, if their scouts see that, they may say, hey, Jackson's coming to hit us from behind to get Longstreet out of this trap. And they may just like evacuate back to the water, which is what river is that? Cedar Run. This series of river obstacles right here. The Union may just see Jackson coming and back off to the water obstacles. That would not be dumb of them to do that, but I wouldn't move until Jackson makes that move southeast. How do you guys see it? Do you think Jackson, or should Jackson just head east towards the victory points and let Longstreet? Because if you know what, that being said, if Jackson just hauled ass towards the victory points, that is to say these railroad stations, blow up the depot, I think the Union would back out anyway. You know what I'm saying? I think they would back out anyway because they'd see Jackson heading toward the victory points and say, we got to get over there. We got to get out of here. And frankly, the Union at this point does have some land to give up. Okay, they got some space that they can trade for time. And that's the way I see it. I think you're going to see either way the Union back out of this vice that they have Longstreet in and get into more defensible positions in regards to where the victory points are. That's probably going to happen. So anyways, that was turn 6. Quite a few of the guys got their supply back, but not all. And I'll probably wait to the weekend to bring you guys turn 7, because now that these units are fresh, it's probably going to be a brouhaha about to go down. And I think McClellan may even lead an attack. Shocking. But that's it. Anyways, I'm John. That's the story from the front. SJW2 turn 6 is in the books. I will see you guys for turn 7. All right, I'm out. 1 hour into it. Everybody have a good night. Ciao. Bye-bye.